fills my heart with joy and exultation to find the girl immune to provocation. The girl's a jewel of keen-eyed consequence to treat one look as scandalous offense. And when she gets an innocent love letter, she sends me after he who hoped to get her. I wonder if my brother's boorish ward would act as well as she I've so adored. A woman's but the canvas for my paint. Hello, who's there? I carry a complaint. My ward sends to your master this foul item, unopened, to convey how she does spite him. She will receive no letters in gold boxes, and thus it is himself who he outboxes. You see, his actions have her so annoyed. His hopes of love are surely now destroyed.
Why was that oaf back raising such a din?
He brought a box with letter tucked within. He claimed you sent the girl this fervent note, and with disdain incessantly he gloats that she returned it with unbroken seal. Come, let us find just what it may reveal.
This letter surely comes as a surprise, and I regret conveying it with lies. And while some brazenness this act is nearing, I beg you, blame it all upon my rearing. Forgive me if I overstep the bounds, but threatened marriage 6 days hence confounds, and rather than give over to despair, I hold the hope that you might choose to care.
Oh!
You mustn't think it's my current straits that lead me thus to intertwine our fates, but rather it's the feelings which you inspire that make my situation much more dire.
Ooh!
And so I leave decorum to a maid, that your intentions might yet be conveyed. I wait but for the word your heart agrees, that I might hope you might my heart appease. But be aware our time is running out. Few words need these fond hearts to ease their doubt.
Oh, man. A brilliant trick. This girl is a magician. How easily she turns stalemates to fruition.
This note reveals a mind both smart and shrewd. Till now 'twas but her beauty I had viewed. My love is multiplied again by 2.
The dupe returns. Come, get a message through.
Oh, I do call that edict 10 times fair that limits what extravagance we wear. No more will women dressed in fancy clothes be leading her poor husband by the nose. Oh, this decree speaks volumes of our king. Would he would append but one small thing beyond the frills and lace he's newly banned. To coquetry the law might yet expand. I bought a copy as a gift, that Isabelle might understand its drift. Some evening after chores and at her leisure will read it for an evening's well-earned pleasure. Well, there you are! Sir, do you now know better, or do you still stuff boxes with your letter? You thought some coquette had been discovered, and so you slyly intrigued and you hovered. But now you spill your powder on the ground. Your aim has spun your musket all around. I think it's time you went elsewhere for the hunt. You've shot your load off this time. To be blunt.
Indeed, sir, your good features do outweigh whatever I may be, or do, or say. And it's a mark of foolishness and blindness to think I might match up against your kindness.
How true
I
that
never
is.
would have thought that such a rival might upset my plot. I never would have tried my foolish plan had I perceived the measure of the man.
Well, you know
I
better
cannot
now.
live up to the standards that you set. I thereby give up.
Quite right.
I only do what's for the best. I see the virtues with which you are blessed. I can't fight the feeling strong and true, such as the love the girl now holds for you.
No doubt.
Thus, with the field now uncontested, do grant one boon to he whom you have bested. As after all, my state as forlorn beau is your responsibility, you know. If you would simply say to Isabelle that in the months which I fondly fell, my love was quite as the driven snow, no thought she inspired was mean or low.
That's good.
That had I been her lover instead, I only wish the two of us might wed. But seeing the desire that binds you two, I thus forego the love that I would woo.
Good. Good.
My feelings will not fade as time divides and one is old and gray. Tell her I am destined till the day I'm dead.
He's dead.
To love the one who fell for you instead. And that your virtue, which the world doth know, is why I choose but to withdraw and go.
Well said, dear sir. You show a certain class. I'm sure this can't offend the tender lass. If I suggest you try forgetting she who made you pine inside. Good day.
A total dupe!
How sad I find that this man suffered so in pine. And yet he brought this on, this kind of sport, attempting to take by storm my fort. I've never seen such sadness yet unspoken, to see his box come back with seal unbroken. His hope is gone, and he has left the field. And yet he asked for this to be revealed. His love had been as pure as driven snow, and no thought you inspired was mean or low. And also, had he been your love instead, he only wished the two of you might wed. But seeing the desire that binds us two, he thus forgoes the love that he would woo. Nor must you think that feeling will yet fade as time divides, and he is old and gray. But he is destined, till the day he's dead, to love the one who fell for me instead. And that my virtue, which the world does know, is why he chooses to withdraw and go. His thoughts are fair, and I can hardly judge a worthy man by holding bitter grudge.
That is precisely what I had to hear. His love reflects just how his eyes appear.
What did you say?
I said that now it's clear that you endorse his flirting and his leer. And if you really loved me, you would hate this man who tried to make of me his mate.
But he knew nothing of your heart's desire or the love to which we two aspire. His fair intent was...
Is it fair that he should plan to capture me and quickly flee?
Huh?
And does it not confound you with revulsion when he attempts to wed me by compulsion? However else you might infer it, he makes vile attack on my dear purity.
Do you suggest...
Oh, yes! This wicked brute has plots which he will quickly execute. I don't know how he might have overheard, but plans of our quick nuptials have now stirred that man to angle quickly to abduct me. He won't be satisfied until he's plucked me, extracting me from out your waiting arms, exacting knowledge of my maiden's charms.
That's bad.
Dear sir,